Hey everybody, this is Joe. And today we're going to be talking about moving my project, Song of Iron, from prototype into full production. In the last month or so, Song of Iron has really started to evolve into a project that is going to release. And that is so exciting, but it is also terrifying because now I have a deadline and I have to really shift the way that I've been thinking about working into a more production style workflow. What this means is that I've been taking a step back and re examining the systems I built for the prototype to make sure that they'll be scalable and dynamic enough to be in the final game. A great example is the climbing system, which I've been converting over from a rigid manual hookup system to a more dynamic system. You can see the character move these blocks around, but he can still climb up at the right location. And even though they're different heights, he still manages it. There's a little bit of work here to be done as I'm still developing the system, but you get the idea. Prototyping doesn't just end because you've entered production. Here, I'm whiteboxing out the entire game, both to get a good understanding of the scope, but also to explore systems like level streaming, which are going to be needed for the game, as I want to have one continuous playthrough. It also helps us find cool moments like this where we're climbing a wall with a huge valley in the background. We can see how it's going to work. It helps us plan ahead so we know what systems we're going to need to make still that we didn't make in the prototype along the way. Stuff like sliding down hills or working with the activating of ruins that you'll find along the way. Another huge change I've made, or new system I've built, is my spawning system. In the prototype, it was so easy to just drop the actors directly into the scene that I didn't have to worry about it. But at scale, it's really important to have a system like this. So this system has two parts. It has the zone that when the player enters, it kicks off the encounter. And then I use these really lightweight actors to put my characters where I want them without having to have the heavy duty and expensive character in the scene the whole time. These actors have a little bit of information in them. It has which character do I want to spawn, which variant do I want, the Berserker or the Shield Viking, and what behavior do I want them to be in. I've just duplicated this over and changed a few of the things. So we're going to have a Berserker, but he's going to have a torch in his hand because he's going to be a lookout. And then we'll duplicate that same character over and put him over here. Now, to get him to spawn, it's actually pretty easy. It goes back to the zone that we've got, and we just have to plug them into the spawning array. So we've got it here. You just add two more sections, and with the eyedropper, I can just click on those two actors that I just added, and we're set. And now this encounter's been changed. It's going to spawn those two new guys in, and they're going to be running their behaviors that I set up for them. We would, of course, make this zone much larger. You don't want to see the character spawn on screen, but as an example, it's nice and small here. So there we go. There's that character, and he's in his lookout behavior. These two guys were in their non-combat behavior, and then there's our other new character, and he's using his torch, and he's looking around for me. This is so nice because if something were to go wrong with this code, or if I needed to add something, it's one place that I need to make a change, and I don't have to go through the entire game and fix every single fight. And last thing is, once he does see me, that lookout behavior is still in the works. He actually tells everybody else in his encounter that he's seen me, and then they'll come and fight me also. In the final game, of course, he'll shout out, and there'll be some delay between when they all see me, but that's the idea. Thanks for checking out this video. It's a little bit different than what I've done in the past. It's more of a conversation about my perspective of shifting from a prototype to production and the little things that I've done to make my life easier. I would love to know what you guys think of that. If you want more stuff like this, or if you want me to go back to the more tutorial-y how-to stuff that I've done in the past also, or mix and match, because I think both are really fun and interesting to do. It's so awesome to see the community around Song of Iron grow a little bit every day. It really gives me a lot of inspiration and motivation to keep pushing, and I just really appreciate it. If you like this video, consider subscribing or checking me out on my other social medias, Twitter, Instagram, so on. Other than that, I'll see you next time.